What's up, guys? It's Rippin' Lips Okie style. This is gonna be my first video. I'm gonna be showing y'all my MTB that I got this month and go over some summertime fishing tips. So stay tuned. Alright, so this is a September MTB. I've already opened it and gone through it, but I'm gonna go over it with y'all. The first thing you get is this tips and tricks, which comes in every box. I don't really use them that much, but some people find them useful. The second thing you get is it's a card that tells you everything you got with the prices on it. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop right in it. Bagley Balsa Wake is the first bait. It's a shallow diving crankbait in a shad color. It dives 0 to 1 foot on a slow retrieve, so it's good for shallow water trying to get a reaction bite. That's $10.99. The Lunker Hunt Yappa Frog is the second one, and it has lips on it, so it walks really good. That's $8.99. The third bait is an owner jig rig. It's a 1/0 hook with a 3/16 ounce sinker, and it's just for bottom rigging baits and stuff. The fourth one is a Biospawn Exo Ribbon. It is in red shad color. It's a 7-inch curly tail worm. These are really good for Texas rigging. The fifth one is a Booyah bankroll jig in black and blue. And like I said, black and blue is a really good color because I fish muddy lakes a lot. It's 3/8 ounce. And the last bait is a Producto Lure Buzztail Shad. It's a really weird color. It's black. It has purple, blue, green flake in it. It's a 4-inch shad. It's black grape candy color. We got that MTB done. I'm going to go ahead and start with some of my summertime baits that I like to use and give y'all some tips and tricks on those. So the rod and reel that I like to use, it's my favorite rod that I got, and I got it this summer. It is a Shimano Corrado DC with a Daiwa medium heavy 7-foot rod, and I have 40-pound braid, and I like to fish with a 40-pound braid and a uni knot to 8-pound fluorocarbon. So the first thing that I'm going to go over that I like to fish in the summer is a shaky head, and I have these spot remover shaky head hooks. And I just take one and I tie a Palomar knot. So I go through, back through, loop it like you're tying a shoe, and put the hook through this hole right here. And then you wet it and you pull. Just like that. And then I cut the excess off, of course. So once you get that excess cut off, I like to fish a trick worm on mine, so I use these Zoom trick worms. This is green pumpkin, but there are very many colors. It'll work really good. This is a good bait because you fish it slow. It's kind of like finesse. That's why I use the 8-pound fluorocarbon, so the fish won't see it, because sometimes I do fish clear water. Most of my lakes are muddy, but I fish this deep most of the time in clear water. So you take the worm and there's a little pin right here, and you feed the worm onto that pin, and you feed the worm onto that pin. So just like that, you feed the worm onto the pin, so the worm's just hanging, and then you just weedless hook it, just like that. So whenever this bait is going, it's standing up like this and it's waving. And that'll really increase your bites because it's a slower presentation. And I like to flip this under dogs in cover, just like where those fish are waiting and you know that they're at. And it'll usually intrigue them enough to get a reaction bite. The next bait I'm going to go over that I like to use in the summertime is a drop shot. There's many different styles of rigging a drop shot. This is just the way I rig mine. So first, you're going to need a drop shot sinker, whether it's a spear or a cylinder sinker. Either one works. And you're going to need some kind of hook that's small. This is just a finesse hook. And then I have a finesse power worm right here that I like to use on my drop shots. So first, you're going to take this hook and you're just going to tie a Palomar knot with a lot of extra slack. So that's not enough slack, so I gotta let some more line out. Alright, that should be good. So a lot of extra slack on this Palomar knot. So you just tie it like you normally would, and you don't cut off the excess because that's where your weight's gonna set. So you just tie that Palomar knot. And then you want to take the end of your line, you want to reel up to where your line's tight on the hook. And you want to take the end of your line and you want to pull on it. And see, that hook setting like that, which is the right way, but sometimes it'll be upside down, like that. And if it's upside down, you just pass this excess tag end through this like this, through the hook eye, just like that. And it'll make it stand upright. But I got the knot where it stood upright, but it won't always do that. So then to rig your sinker on there, you're just gonna take it and you're just gonna tie a little knot in it. Just like that. So after you tie that knot in there, just like that, you're going to take the drop shot weight. I prefer the cylinders. It doesn't really matter what you use though. And see how that part is bigger than the top on it? Like this hole's bigger than the top. So you just feed that knot through the big part and you just take it just like that and you pull up. So the final rig I'm going to talk about today is the Texas rig. And you have multiple options on this. You have hook aught size, you have weight size, you have tungsten or lead, you have pegged or not pegged. So I usually fish this on either 15-pound mono or 20-pound braid or up, depending on what I'm fishing around. But I always use bobber stop so I can peg it. So how you do a bobber stop is you take the line, there's a little hole at the top of these, you take the line, you feed the line through that little hole, and you pull out a good amount of slack. So just keep pulling, and then you just pull this little black part over the wire and it'll come off. And then you pull your tag end, of course, straight down, just like that, and now you got your bobber stop on there. So slide it down a little bit. And I use tungsten. It depends, the weight really depends. I usually use like 3/8 ounce. So I have ounce tungsten too though, for punching and stuff. And I do use lead sometimes whenever I don't have any tungsten. This is 3/4. But I just feed my tungsten on. And I'm just going to tie either a 3 or 4/0 hook on with a Palomar knot. That's the only knot I use. That's the knot that I trust. Unless I'm tying line to line, then I use a uni knot. But I just tie my Palomar knot. Make sure you wet your Palomar knot or else it'll kink up your line and stuff. So after you tie your Palomar knot, cut the excess off, of course. And I take it just like this and I slide my bobber stop right here all the way down to that weight. So it's pegged. I always peg my tungsten. And then there's so many different baits you can fish on this. You can fish curly tails, any kind of creature bait. Literally, the options on this are endless. But I like to fish this missile bait D-bomb. And this is Super Bug. It's a black and blue color. And like I said, black and blue works really good where I'm from. So the way you Texas rig a bait is you take your hook and you feed it right through the nose of this bait. Past the barb just a little bit. And then you bring it out the back. So you're just like this. And then you push it all the way up to the top. Just like that. and once you push it to the top, you just turn the hook and you just weedless rig it. So just like that. And then you got your Texas rig. This is a really good bait for cover. I fish it around docks, brush piles, mainly brush piles. It works really good around brush piles. And this is also a slower presentation depending on how you choose to fish it. That's just all it depends on. And yeah, that's my last tip that I have for summer fishing. Alright, so I'd just like to thank y'all very much for watching, and please like and subscribe and share, and I would love to see this channel grow into something. Right now I'm just doing it for fun, but I would love to see it grow into something so I can actually reach out to people and help them become better fishermen. So please like, share, comment what I can do better, because this is my first video, and comment ideas for videos and I'll go over them. If you want a review, I'll do a review. Just give me ideas in the comment section. Thank you.